The next week is about to be the busiest in the channel's history with multiple game launches, but one I'm incredibly looking forward to, mostly because at long last, Arc Raiders is finally going to be released to the world where we can all grind out and play fully. No more limited time playtests, just the full game in our hands, or more accurately, on our platform of choice. Today we're taking a look at each of the ways that you can play the game and what may be the best bang for your buck, letting you know everything that comes along with each of these options and versions of the game, hopefully providing enough information to allow for an informed purchase or not of your own based off of all there is to know. Drop your thoughts, drop a like if you enjoy the video, and do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button if you're excited for Arc Raiders and you'd like to join us as we chase down 700,000 subscribers together. We've got so much Arc information, guides, and coverage, along with plenty of other FPS content here in the very near future, so I'd love to have you in the community. But for now, let's get into it. First things first, a disclaimer. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your money, never is my place to do so, but rather, I'm hoping to clearly lay out everything you have so that you can make an informed decision of your own. This is a rather targeted video by comparison, fully on board if you want to wait until after the launch for a sale or something similar if that rolls around and you don't want to buy up front, but this is a video for people in search of detailing everything for those that do want to purchase it up front. But that said, a nice part about the options for Arc Raiders is that unlike some games of the past, you don't have too many options that it can be a really big debate. Arc Raiders comes along with two versions of the game, a standard and a deluxe edition. Starting with the standard edition, this will be $39.99. You get access to the base game with this, which is all of the content on offer, maps of Dam Battleground, Buried City, the Spaceport, Blue Gate, and potentially a new place called Stella Montis, but no details about that map just yet have been given. It's just one of those locations that it's like, hey, there might be something a little extra here. You'll have full progression, traders, skill tree, the codex, and so on and so forth, everything that you can interact with in Speranza, and all of the progression, all of the unlocks, and everything like that. You have access to everything the game has on offer in its entirety, and everything thus that we can play around with. However, that's the standard offering of the game. Pretty self-explanatory, just your base entry to the game. If you end up purchasing the game before the launch, so a pre-purchase, you do get a couple of extra things here that you otherwise would not if you purchase it after the game launches globally, even just a few minutes after the servers go live. If you pre-purchase up until that point, you'll end up getting the Lucky Duck bundle and the Bruiser bundle. The Lucky Duck bundle comes along with the Hatchling backpack and Golden Rubber Duck backpack charm. The Bruiser bundle comes along with the Boxing Glove backpack attachment, Bruised face style, and Punching Hands emotes. So these extra little bonuses you end up getting for basically just committing to the game before it actually releases. Very minor things, stuff that if you don't, again, want to buy up front, you want to wait for a sale, you're really not missing out on a whole ton. Other than that, there's nothing really truly that comes along with the standard edition other than just that base game. So what then does the deluxe edition warrant? Because that is $59.99. So what's that $20 increase in price end up getting you? Well, of course, you do get that base game. Once again, all maps of Dam Battlegrounds, Buried City, Spaceport, Blue Gate, Stella Montis, whenever that ends up dropping, and anything in the future that is being released. You get that full progression, traders, skill trees, the codex, blah, 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 all that you end up getting. You get the full base version of the game. But you also, again, have the option to pre-purchase and get those same additional items we just mentioned of the Lucky Duck bundle and the Bruiser bundle, but also you'll end up having access to the Astro bundle as a deluxe edition specific pre-purchase bonus. That comes with the G-Suit outfit, the Salvager backpack, the Spaceship Souvenir backpack attachment, and color variants for that specific outfit. Those, again, only available, those three bundles, if you pre-purchase the game before the servers go live and the game is globally released. However, that's again not the only stuff you end up getting, because you also get deluxe edition bonuses that will be granted to you no matter when you buy the deluxe edition. These are always going to be there whether you buy early ahead of the launch or after the fact. You'll end up getting the Wanderer set with the deluxe edition, which is the Valente outfit and color variants, the Pathfinder backpack, the Blanket Roll backpack attachment, the lip scarf, face cosmetic, the finger guns, rapid fire emote, a cowboy scrappy body type and skin for our beloved Rooster from our Raider dens, as well as 2,400 Raider tokens, these being used for premium purchases at any point in the game. So things like other cosmetics in the shop, purchasing Raider decks, which are essentially your battle passes, though there are free ones, there will also be some that are not free, so those can be used for that as well. So realistically, that extra $20 is really only getting you extra cosmetics plus a little bit of like a pre-purchase if you plan on getting any premium currency in-game. This doesn't grant you anything like a battle pass or a DLC pack or something in the future. Right now, there are no plans specifically and publicly laid out about what is coming for post-launch support beyond what we see with the Expedition projects, but nothing like that is tethered to the Deluxe Edition that basically pre-purchases that for the future. So those are your two versions of the game, but in today's day and age, is there anything that you can do to like take advantage of maybe streaming or a subscription model of that? Well, traditionally, no. Arc Raiders is not, as of the launch, on Game Pass, nor on PlayStation Plus subscription services. So for many, this is not a way to experience it before fully checking it out. That recent server slam was the only way to truly test out in a sort of open state if you liked it, as even the tech test back in April was a closed invite-only session for a week or so. So unfortunately, it's not some sort of entry point that if you have Game Pass, you can try it out and be like, oh no, I really like this game, I'm gonna buy it, or you just be like, oh, I don't really care for it and move on. However, the game is available on a service like that, but it's GeForce Now, which is a subscription service many guys may have not become too accustomed to, but also, admittedly, as an outsider to the program, it appears, it's pretty weird. Arc Raiders appears to be a ready-to-play game with GeForce Now, so what does that mean? If you look at the GeForce Now pages, you'll see there are 3 tiers of memberships: free, performance, and ultimate. So can you play Arc Raiders for free or for $9.99 a month? Well, again, if you're an outsider to the system like me, it is convoluted and can be potentially hard to navigate, but short answer, no, you can't play for free or you can't play for $9.99 a month. GeForce Now is a cloud streaming service, taking your connected and already owned games and offering the ability to stream them to a different device so that if you're not home, say at your main PC, you can play on the go or on a laptop without having to use that hardware that may be inferior to a system you have elsewhere. So unlike Game Pass or PlayStation Plus, this is an additional step and subscription service that is an additive convenience fee, essentially, not a way to just play it and try it out for free. Not to mention there are technical limitations as well, depending on your subscription level, like free has half the games on offer, plus has gaming sessions capped at 1 hour at a time, which is super weird, and you can only play upwards of 1080p and 60 FPS. That $10 premium version locks you to 6-hour gaming sessions and is limited to 100 hours playtime monthly, and only allows you to play 1440p 60 FPS. The $20 a month or $200 a year is 8-hour gaming sessions at a time, still 100 hours limited a month, and allows you to play 4K 120 FPS. So like, it's just this weird kind of combination of utilizing different limitations, different quality settings, and everything like that. So it's definitely strange, but short answer, no, you can't play it for free through the subscription service, unfortunately. So what's the verdict? Again, referring back to my disclaimer, it's not my place to tell you explicitly what to do, but if you're following my own logic here, if you're in the same sort of mindset as me, what it comes down to, do you want extra cosmetics and a slight pre-purchase of some things or not? Truth be told, the difference in versions isn't nearly as big as some other games out there on the market, and if you don't care for those minimal differences, the choice I think is probably an easier one. The genuine only difference is that Wanderer set, which is like 6 extra cosmetics, and then likely what's to be a $20 conversion to in-game currency, if that's how it pans out. So you're basically just buying premium currency ahead of time, again, if their monetization ends up being like competitors. If that stuff does not concern you, for $20 cheaper, you can get nearly the exact same bonuses, again, minus that one additional pack, and you get access to the game. So if you don't care, if you want to put that $20 to something else, another game, you want to get guac on your Chipotle bowl, something like that, you are certainly not missing out on much. For me personally, I think I'm going with the Deluxe Edition. I know that I'm going to be on this game for the long haul. I'm going to be no-lifing this. So that sort of pre-purchase investment with a few extra bonuses doesn't bother me at all. Plus, I've loved everything that I've seen from Embark with the finals. I've loved everything I've seen about this game so far. Something that I just feel like is kind of rare in the gaming landscape right now. So I'm more than happy to support that, what I enjoy personally speaking. So anyways, that's Arc Raiders and a little bit of insight into what your money ends up getting you for each version of the game. So let me know your thoughts down below. Are you going to pick up Arc Raiders? And if so, what version are you looking at getting? Let me know. If you guys enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Arc Raiders and plenty of other FPS content I'd love to have in the community. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care and peace.